People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People of Seven on Twitter and YouTube, people elsewhere on the internet. My soaps are located at purplebutterfly-soaps.myshopify.com, my blog, purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. And yes, I'm wearing the pinky wig. There's an issue I wanted to address. A friend of mine was having this issue. I'm having this issue with a cheapy human hair wig I bought, so I'm going to show you how to fix human hair wigs that mat and what causes it, so forth and so on. But first, I'm going to show you this. This is the pinky wig. Everybody knows and loves this wig. It doesn't tangle on me because I took this much hair out of it. Now, if you recall the synthetic wig, I did the same thing. All you need is a pair of thinning scissors. That's the scissors that looks like it's got a comb attached to it. Okay, what you do is you give the hair in question a good detangle. This is a bob. I didn't realize it was a bob at the time that I bought it, because otherwise I wouldn't have. Bobs are notorious, and I do mean notorious, for snagging and matting and all of that. Mainly because bobs and blunt cuts have a straight edge, okay? And then when it gets longer in the front doesn't have an issue, it's the back because of that blunt cut. How do you get rid of that? And this one matted up on me on day one, okay? There's a real simple thing you do. I'm going to bring the camera down where you can see. Oh no. That should be enough. One more time. There we go. Now you can see everything I see. Now I'm going to need my favorite comb, which is not available, so we'll use this comb. Okay, I've already pinned this down on my mannequin head. So basically what we're going to do is get all the hair flowing forward, because we basically are going to give it a haircut, and we don't want the hair that we don't want to cut in the way, okay? Now this wig has tracks, so that's actually going to be easier for me to section out the sections I need to cut, because we're just going to pretend that each track is a slice or a part, okay? I'm going to put this in my lap so it'll be easier for me, and hopefully you can still see what I'm doing. So I'm going to part the hair where the tracks are. Or attempt to part it where the tracks are. And this is already tangling up on me. You know why? Because it's all the same length. Okay? So we break that up. Cut once, cut twice, maybe 3 times. Go to the next section. You can either comb it out right then and there, or you can just go to the next section. But what that does is it gives it different lengths. See, human hair grows in different lengths. So when hair is all one length, it tends to mat up on itself and tangle. And when you're dealing with a wig, same issue. Now, I know somebody's going to be like, wow, you're cutting out a lot of hair. But if you can't use a wig because it's matting, you will have to throw it away anyway. So instead of throwing it away, how about we give it a trim, and then it'll be functional. And the way they make these wigs anyway, with all the density, you're not going to notice a difference anyway. Okay. Because of the way this is sewn down, I mean, you can see the tracks. It's easier to separate out the hair. And you don't have to be exact with this. In fact, randomness is your friend. And I always give it 1 or 2 cuts, depending on how long it is. Some sections might need 4 cuts. Alrighty then. Now I'm going to go to this side and do the same thing. Because quite frankly, I was going to have to throw this wig away because I couldn't find my thinning scissors and I knew that's what it needed. Instead, I just got on Amazon and ordered another pair of thinning shears and they arrived today, and here we are. Now, because this is a closure wig, when I get to the front, I'm only going to do 2 cuts, so that way I don't erase the integrity of the closure hair that's covering the tracks. If that makes sense. Alrighty then. And now we're back to this side. And believe it or not, just like that, I'm finished. Might have went over some of those pieces twice. These are for raised scissors, by the way. When you do thinning, sometimes the blades loosen up. These have a special feature. You could tighten them. And then they're good as brand new. Which is one of the reasons why I love this brand. Well, actually any thinning shears that will allow you to do the same thing, but that's the brand I like because I like that rainbow effect. Let's not use a comb for this, let's use the brush and I'll show you what happens. Now, if you go by the brush, it looks like I brushed out all the hair that's in this wig. See what I mean? But look at the wig. There's still hair left on this wig, okay? This is the amount I cut out. And just to be sure, I'm going to brush it some more. Technically, I didn't cut out all the hair. I cut out sections of the hair at different lengths. So that way, every strand has a different length. So that way when you brush it or wear it, it's not matting in the middle on you. Okie dokie. In fact, it still has the same hairstyle, it's just got less hair in it. I learned this from a hairdresser. I asked her, how do you keep the hair from matting? And she goes, with thinning shears. And, you know, she said that like that's such a simple answer. How come I didn't know the answer to that? And I went, huh? And she went, hair is not all in one length, and when you put it in one length hairstyles, it tends to mat and tangle. So that's how come we get the thinning shears and go to town, taking out all the hair. I'm going to show you all the hair from this wig that I just removed after I get back up to, you know, my height. Hold on one second. I'll lock that in place. Then, upsy daisy, lock that in place one more time. And lock that in place. There. Now we're back to normal. This is all the hair that I just cut out of Pinky number 2. Looks like a lot, right? But look at the wig. It's still got the same hairstyle. It's still got a lot of hair. The only difference is one section that would have been this long is now this long. And one section that was 14 inches is 6 inches in some parts, 7 inches, whatever. Because you cut it in a random fashion across all the different sections at different lengths, it still has the integrity of the hairstyle without the matting and the tangling. And you just watch me comb that out, and that's all the hair that's left. So basically, I could take a fine-tooth comb and comb out any extra hair that missed it in the cutting process, or I could wet it and then comb it. This is a curly wig, so it will just curl right back up into the same hairstyle and nobody be the wiser. But yeah. Now, I don't have to throw out that wig. Ta-da! So if you have a wig that mats up on you like that, thinning shears. Just basically, well, I'm going to keep this blade closed so I don't, you know, cut my actual. But basically what you're going to do is take the section, go 1, 2, maybe 3, depending on how much thinning you want to do. Basically what it does, and then the next section, say for instance I go 1, 2, 3, then the next section you go 1, 2. That way you're making different lengths of hair on the entirety of the yarn strand, so that way instead of every hair being cut right here, you have some that's here, some that's here, some that's over here, and then when you comb it, just like your real hair, they will lay like shingles on top and not lay like a brick. So, you know, if all your hair is this length, when you go to comb it, it's all going to stop at the same place, so it's all going to get tangled in the comb, and then it's all going to snag. Now, when there's different lengths, when you go to comb, it just combs right through. That's how that works. This has been People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My soaps located at PurpleButterfly-soaps.myshopify.com. My blog, PurpleButterfly-people.blogspot.com. Y'all stay blessed, stay tuned. Bye now.